Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. Today we are going to go over my new tool that I have here at Spirit Forest, which is a chainsaw. So I have Todd with me. He's going to be talking a lot in this video as well. It's his chainsaw, and he's also going to let me use the chainsaw and to cut down some of my dead trees. So come join me. So I talked to you guys in a previous video about all the dead wood that I have on the ground. Not only do I have a lot of dead wood on the ground, I have a lot of dead wood still standing that are ready to fall. So Todd has purchased a new chainsaw to help out with that, and we're going to go over that here shortly. But I also wanted to talk about how all the dead wood's on the ground and how I was going to pay someone to help me chip it. I got some responses from you guys, and I just want to I don't know, kind of reply to them over a video. My budget was about $500 to help me get started with chipping a lot of this dead wood on the ground that you see. And, the responses I got is, why don't you just buy your own wood chipper and go from there, and then you can wood chip anytime you want, and you can get your whole land done. Well, there's a part of me is like, yeah, I might be able to, and in fact I did. I looked. After I read a lot of your comments, I went and looked, and a lot of times a wood chipper is only like $500 to $700. You can get some cheaper, and you can also rent them too. It almost makes more sense to buy one than rent one. But then I got to store the wood chipper, and then I got to haul the wood chipper up here, and it's a lot of work to do that. The nearest place that I can get a wood chipper would be probably an hour drive, and I'm only guessing right now, but I think it'd be like an hour drive to do that. There's just some tasks that I'm just going to have to contract out, and this is just a task that I decided that I'm going to contract out. The guy was really nice. He's local to the area, and so I feel like I'm helping out the community as well. And and I can help him out and one other guy. So there's going to be about maybe 2 to 3 guys here working all day chipping the wood. And I'm gonna pay him $500 to do so, and I'm hoping it's going to make a big difference. I told him, because he does this a lot with other neighbors as well, and he charges $1,500 to do this, and this is what he does for a living, and I get that everybody has their skill, and like I have my skill, like if he needed a website, he probably would call me, because instead of trying to build his own website. So anyways, I'm gonna pay him, and I feel good about it, and I feel like I'm helping him out. He just started his business. He's a younger guy with a family and stuff, so it makes me feel good too. So he's going to come out here in a couple weeks. So you're going to see a bunch of, hopefully, a big pile of wood chips that he's going to create for me. And then I'm going to spread out the wood chips on a lot of our walking paths. I did get a comment regarding if you put the wood chips around your tent, you're just inviting the fire to be at your tent. Well, I'm telling you right now, if there's a fire that comes through my land, it's done. There's just no way. I got so much dead wood. I have a lot of stuff here that really needs a lot of help. So I'm gonna chip the wood. I'm gonna clear out some of the areas. Just part of maintaining my land right now. And maybe every year I have them come out here and chip some more wood for me. There's a lot of stuff I'm gonna be doing on my own. Like I'm cutting down my own trees. I'm creating my firewood stacks and stuff like that. So I'll be doing all that on my own. It's just there's sometimes there's only so much time that I have, and sometimes when I'm here I want to enjoy being here. I don't want to constantly be working as well. So there's times where I just want to, sit on my nice porch and just to kind of hang out too. And I don't really get to do that often. So, okay. Next thing I want to talk about is some dying trees that we've been having. Do you guys remember my video where there's like this worm that was crawling up my neck? It was just nasty. In fact, I was just looking for one of these worms. We have, and the chipper guy, he's an arborist, and we have what is called a spruce, like silkworm, he's calling it, and he says it's killing a lot of the spruce trees. And I was like, oh, are you kidding me? There's like hundreds of them here. I am walking through like what seems like a web, but it's just this worm web. It's just and they're just like falling all over you and stuff. And like literally, I'm looking for one because they're usually just hanging from the tree. And if I end up finding a closer look of one, I'll show you. But I want to show you because I do have some trees, some spruces that died just recently, and I'm a little concerned about this. The arborist guy said he's going to look into it, but I don't know what I'm gonna, I got so many trees here. There's no way I can afford to spray them all, but I might spray, you know, some really good ones that I have here. But let me show you some of the dead trees that happened just in this last year. So here we go. In this picture, you can see 2 dead spruces that were alive last year. You have this one right here, and then also this one right here. I don't know if it is the that silkworm, spruce silkworm. I don't know if it's that, but I do think it's kind of odd that I got a bunch of dead spruce here lately. Let me show you another one that's close to the tent. Here I got another dead spruce right there. And then, I don't know if I'm pointing at it right, but there's another one that's dead as well. Those 2 were very alive last year, at least I thought they were. So again, pretty concerned. But those are the only 2 that I see right now, but I'm telling you, these little worms are everywhere. So here we have one of the worms. It literally took me maybe 2 minutes to find one, if that, maybe even just a minute. They're just everywhere, and they're hanging. Let's see if I can, usually they have their little web, but they're hanging all over, and they're landing all over me. But they're killing my trees. If you guys know what to do with these guys, I don't know. I mean, I can't spray every one of my trees anyways. It's just the way nature is. These guys are thriving. I don't remember seeing them last year, but something this year has just spiked them. A lot of neighbors have been talking about them too. I was told that like in a different neighborhood, all the spruces were dying because of these worms. So, I don't know. I'm concerned, but I'm hoping that my spruces are strong enough to survive these little guys. Okay, so we got the new chainsaw, and Todd's going to talk about it. Now, we got rid of the other one because Todd just didn't feel like it cut well enough.
Yeah, I didn't like how it cut up here. I mean, one thing was just getting it adjusted to the amount of oxygen in the air up here. I could never get it really running that well. It just didn't cut as well as I would like. For example, even after using a sharp chain and so forth, you know, it would take several minutes to cut through any kind of decent size tree. Burning up a lot of gas, doing a lot of work holding the chainsaw and not cutting through it. And yes, there are tweaks you can do and go through and modify that old Echo that we had and get it working better. Why tweak something when you can just buy something that's better?
That works.
That works.
Because you spend so much time tweaking it, and we didn't film it, you guys. We did not film how many times we've had to play with this chainsaw. I mean, it was just constantly having to work with it, or it would take like 20 minutes to cut through a regular tree when you've already used this one and it cuts it through like butter.
Yeah. I mean, I cut a tree that, you know, is about 1.5 feet in diameter with this chainsaw, and I don't know exactly how long it took, but I can guarantee you it took less than a minute to go through it. I would have been standing there trying to cut through that tree for, I don't know, 20-30 minutes with that Echo chainsaw. I buy tools. I just buy a tool that will do the job. I don't think you have to spend a ton of money to buy tools. Better tools get the job done a little bit easier. So I decided to go with this Husqvarna. This is the 455 Rancher. So it's not the professional series, but it's a good chainsaw. It gets a lot of really good reviews. You know, in most of the stores, like you can go into Lowe's and they go for about $400 or something like that. I actually managed to get this one brand new online for about $300 delivered. I picked up the case and everything for it separately. This is a really nice chainsaw. It's got a 20-inch bar on it. And like I said, I went out and I used it. I've only used it one day so far since I've been up here, but just using it that one day, I cut down in just a short period of time probably 4 times as many trees as I would have cut with that Echo. You know, this one just eats through the wood like it's supposed to.
So last year, when I was working on a chainsaw, I wasn't wearing any chaps, and I got a lot of responses off that. So I want to thank Jim Cook for providing these chaps. He made a donation to Spirit Forest, and with his donation, I bought some chaps so that I am more safe in regards to cutting trees down. So thank you, Jim Cook, for that. And I will figure out how to put this on. How do you put it on? You just put it on? What are you laughing at? Well, that's not... Am I doing it wrong?
You're doing it right. Just buckle those and then tighten. There you go.
I feel like I'm gonna go on the rodeo. Yeehaw!
Tighten those straps too.
Is it because it's so long?
No. There you go. You gotta tighten that waist some more.
Just so you know, Todd was wearing it last time.
No, I never wear things like that.
We're keeping Todd safe too. Okay, so we got some other safety things that Todd is going to outfit me with. I got some safety gloves, a safety hat.
Here's your hard hat.
Can I keep my other hat?
Take your other hat off.
Okay.
And get that adjusted.
I'll adjust it. So then we got safety glasses. And what else we got?
You got your gloves?
We got my ears.
Your ears?
And I cut down trees. I haven't been able to use my other chainsaw because it's broken for the longest time.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I forgot my ear protection that goes over the ears, but I always have as a backup the earplug kind. I kind of keep these in my car. So she's going to wear those this time?
I'm going to wear these. Last time I had those ear things last year.
Yeah,
he was giving me instructions, but I couldn't hear what he was saying. So we got a little delayed with the storm, so we're waiting to use the chainsaw until after the storm. But it's nice. I'm very thankful for the water because we definitely need it. But so now we're just gonna hang out on the porch and listen to the rain. Okay, this is the tree that Todd is standing at that I will be cutting down. It's not a huge tree, but it does have some height to it. It's standing next to another dead tree. So Todd's gonna, it's been a while since I've cut a tree, so he's gonna give me some more instruction of what I need to do. I did cut a few last year, but I want more instruction before I start this new chainsaw. Okay, before I get started, I did have another subscriber of mine give me this. Take a look at it. And it says, "All women are created equal, then few become chainsaw owners." So I felt that since I was going to be working on a chainsaw, that I was going to wear this necklace that he got me. How are we going? Okay. Probably my good luck charm. Okay, let's cut down this tree. Oh, are you coming back here now? Okay. Oh, my earbuds. Do I need to prime it still?
Nope. Just pull the blue thing out. There you go. Push the button in. There. Okay. Now you can push the blue thing back in. You're fine where you are.
So the first tree I cut, Todd said I didn't do so good in regards to safety. So we're gonna go for round 2. I'll be safe this time. did better?
That's better. Still not perfect.
What was wrong?
No. Just make sure that when you're doing this, that you keep the saw in the same. You started a new line right there.
Okay, so I cut down the two trees. My first one wasn't as safe as the second one, but with Todd's instruction, I did a lot better on my second one. We still have a lot of trees here to cut down, and I'm gonna show you just a couple at the end of this video, just a lot of the trees that we have to cut down. Now, I prefer to cut them into logs once they're already down, so I'm gonna leave a lot of the tree cutting to Todd. Just because it makes me a little nervous, I'll be honest. You know, it makes me a little nervous. But if I have to cut a tree, I know how to do it. but I prefer to cut them into logs after the tree's down. I feel a little more safe that way. Not to say, because I know Todd, he'll probably test me and have me cut some more trees down too. So it's a good skill to have, and to know all the, you know, which direction the tree's gonna fall, because on that first one I would have thought it would have fallen the other way, but he told me ahead of time that it was gonna fall this way. So just being able to look at a tree and kind of know which direction it's gonna fall is a good skill to have. So I'm gonna shadow Todd for a bit, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And again, I'll show you some of the trees in the area in this video on a lot of our trees that are still standing that we need to fall. So thanks a lot. Bye bye.